Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Bram. I talk about all things fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, and travel. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit subscribe, become a member of my growing YouTube family. Yeah, I post videos. I try to post videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I would absolutely love it if you like fashion, you like all of that stuff, then definitely subscribe. I have some fun stuff coming up. Okay, so today I have a little unboxing. I have two new things to show you guys that I'm super excited about. And I wanted to talk about the larger topic of just whimsical bags in general. So funny enough, I wrote out like what I wanted to discuss last night. And I wanted to talk about like my favorite whimsical bags that I'm looking at and I would love to purchase. And I also wanted to talk about like the ones that I have, right? So it's funny because today I was watching YouTube and I saw that Deb from Wild Unfiltered, I believe that's her channel name, she had posted a video actually about the ugliest bags that she is just like, what the hell is this and why would anybody spend their money on it, right? And so I'm watching it because I always get a kick out of videos like that because honestly, my taste is so far usually on the opposite end of most luxury content creators. I feel like there's a select few that I feel like I align with pretty perfectly. But for the most part, I do feel like I am kind of like an oddball in this space because I'm not unboxing just the normal things that one would typically unbox and show you and enjoy talking about, right? So, so I was watching the video, and of course, immediately, the first bag that she showed was like a normal bag, just like some crazy colors or whatever, but the price was a little bit insane. And then she got into like the whimsical bags, and I was just kind of laughing because, so I like Deb's channel, but we are definitely on opposite spectrums of taste. I enjoy watching all the channels. I enjoy watching luxury channels in general. I like unboxings. They're not always what I would like to see or what I would unbox for myself, but I do like to see people's reactions. I like to see how people style things. I like to see what people are into because, like I said, usually I'm sort of off the beaten path, right? So that being said, I wasn't surprised with the items that she mentioned, but it was funny because some of the ones that she mentioned are actually on my list of things that I love or I have. So I thought that it was pretty funny. I will link her video below if you haven't seen that one yet. I'm assuming that maybe if you follow me, you probably follow her as well because she's a larger creator than I am. But yeah, so let's get into it so I can kind of go through my lists and then show you what I grabbed. Okay, so first thing is first, let's talk about the whimsical bags that I am loving. And I'll tell you what was on her list as we go through the list. Okay, I'm just going to go over a few, but just the ones that are on my radar that you may or may not see a unboxing of soon. Who knows, right? So number one is the Moschino pill bag, the pill bottle bag. There's a few. There's a clutch that is like a sheet of pills, and then there is this bottle pill bag. I love this bag. I've loved it for years. I should have grabbed it when it was in the $500 or $600 range. There is one kind of floating out there right now for sale that is like in the $1,500 range, and I just feel like they've been going for $500 or $600, and I just don't think that $1,500 is the right price for it. I might be eating my words in a few years if if the price keeps going up, but I absolutely love this bag. I think it is so funny. I love a little bit of dark humor in the whimsy. And I think that the pill bottle is exactly that, right? So on the face of it, maybe it seems tasteless, right? Obviously, we have a huge problem in the world at the moment with medication and addiction, etc. But I think of it more as like, shopping is a drug, fashion can be a drug. And I think that we see that probably very often on YouTube. We see that quite a lot where shopping is absolutely an addiction. I love it. I love the take on fashion. Is it an addiction or is it a cure? For what ails you, I don't know. It could be taken both ways. And I love that it's kind of open to interpretation, which I think is fashion, right? So I always laugh about like people not understanding certain things when it comes to fashion. Both my parents were artists growing up, and I remember just, you know, my father specifically, he was an artist. My mother's a graphic designer, but my father was an artist, and he created, he collected, and so he would always say things like, you know, they can never tell you that your art is wrong. I remember going home from school and just being like, my art teacher said I did it wrong, and he was like, no, your art teacher cannot say that you did it wrong. It is up for interpretation. It is about what, you know, there's no right or wrong. And so I take that into fashion as well, because to me, like, my interests in the art world in general have always been on the fashion end of it. So our everyday items, these whimsical pieces of fashion, like the Moschino pill bag, for example, are they fashion? Can everyday items be art? I mean, so anyway, this is obviously a bigger rabbit hole to go down. I think that saying that something is not fashion is completely opposite of what fashion is. Anyway, next one would be the Louis Vuitton duck. I was like this close to getting my hands on it. I text my essay back a little bit too late when she texted me to tell me she had it, and I was at work and I didn't get back to her in time, and it was sold. It was, I don't know, when was this, 21, 22? Anyway, I missed out on it. It is on my wish list. I would love to add it. I love ducks and I love animals in general, and it's definitely on my wish list. Next would be the Chanel Russian nesting bag. I don't know if this will ever be one that will land in my collection just because of the exorbitant price tag on it, but it is absolutely stunning. I love, you know, I love Chanel's whimsy. I love, you know, I have one here, a few here, and I will show you that. Chanel 1995 Barbie heart bag that is astronomically priced now. I actually was watching somebody's collection on TikTok maybe not too long ago, and she had mentioned that she actually grabbed the heart bag, I guess before it kind of blew up a few years ago, for like $5,000 at What Goes Around Comes Around. I was like, oh my God, like it wasn't on my radar until probably the last few years. So who knows, but that bag is absolutely stunning and I love it. Last but not least, oh, actually two more, sorry. One that was on Deb's list was the Balenciaga chip bag. I love this bag, actually. Again, our everyday pieces, can they be considered art? Can they be considered fashion? I think that it is obviously, most people would say that they wouldn't spend their money on it. The way that I always feel is I can get a black bag or a plain colored bag anywhere, right? But if I'm going to spend my money on fashion pieces, but I'm going to spend my money on, and I've always felt this way ever since I started buying designer bags, you know, 26 years ago. If I am going to spend my money on a luxury handbag or shoes or whatever, it is going to be something, it's not going to be timeless. Honestly, I'm not good at timeless. I'm really bad at timeless. I think, you know, I've gotten to the point in life where I think anything can be timeless. If you have the confidence to wear it, then it can be considered timeless. It's timeless for you, and that's all. I do think some things obviously look dated, but depending on how you wear them, I think that you can rework them. And to me, the most exciting part of fashion is, again, seeing how people put these pieces together in an outfit and see how they can adjust things from, you know, one era to the next, but using the same pieces. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so much fun. So that being said, the Balenciaga chip bag, I absolutely love it. I know our thing with Balenciaga, honestly, this world has taken a serious turn since then. And I think that if we are to avoid brands and artists as a whole because of the things that they have done, or that we think they have done, then we are literally going to be an entertainment-less society. And not that I think anything, you know, I don't want to get into the further conversation, but I think that there is something to be said for separating the art from the artist. And I guess moving on, because again, you know, if you're going to not buy from Balenciaga, now I haven't bought anything ever from the Balenciaga store, I don't think. Oh, maybe some shoes, but that was like, you know, from Nordstrom or whatever. But I've never bought a bag directly from Balenciaga ever. And I may or may not have something coming, but again, from Japan. Anyway, you know, if we're not going to be purchasing anything from Balenciaga, are we going to be holding now Gucci to the same standard? Are we also going to be, or to the same standard? I mean, are we not going to be purchasing from Gucci? Are we going to be avoiding carrying to as a whole? Like, where do we draw the line? I don't really know. But anyway, I love the Chips bag. I really, really do. I am kind of stalking a few on the secondhand market. Maybe I'll get my hands on one, maybe I won't, but I do think it is fun. And I do think that everyday items can be art and they can be cool. And yeah, I love it. But again, I love whimsy. Okay. Next and last that's on my list would be my very favorite. And she did also mention Judith Lieber, but she did say that Judith Lieber was actually very beautiful and that she only didn't like the frog, I believe. My favorite Judith Lieber item would be the cell phone bag. Ugh, stunning. Maybe one day. I don't know. I've never had a Judith Lieber anything. I don't think so. I don't think I have. I don't go out enough, but honestly, the way that I wear things, I also probably would never wear it out. I would probably wear it on an everyday basis. So maybe one day I would grab the cell phone. Who knows? But it is my favorite. I love it. It's the Zach Morris Saved by the Bell cell phone. I like it in the pink. I like it in the silver. I like it in the gold. I like it all. And I just think it is like, it's so much fun. I love it so much. So yeah, so that's my list of the whimsical bags that I am looking at that there's more, but those are my favorites at the moment that hopefully will one day make their way home to my house and into my closet. So now let's go over my current collection and then I'll show you what I'm adding to the collection. All right, so first two I will show you guys. This guy, his name is Stefan. He looks just like Steven, my cat, and he is a little clutch that doesn't hold really anything, but he will be used. I know I'm calling him a he. He does have a heart necklace on. He's fabulous, but he's a he. His name is Stefan, and I love him. And obviously, like, I love Sphynx cats. I've had many. I have Steven right now, and so it was just right up my alley. So yeah, so I got that one. Then I have the pigeon clutch. So I had wanted she actually mentioned the J.W. Anderson pigeon clutch as well. This is the J.W. Pay. I couldn't see myself spending the J.W. Anderson money on a pigeon clutch just because it's probably closet art and not because I wouldn't wear this out, although at some point I plan to. It's more because, and pigeons, like, I'm not a big bird fan. As I'm getting older, I feel like I am more of a bird fan, but I've never really been a bird fan. But pigeon for me is, I'm from New York, and you know, pigeon is our, like, New York City. It's our city, like, mascot, right? And so to me, like, pigeons are a different story. And so yeah, so I grabbed this one because, again, I didn't see myself spending the money on the J.W. Anderson version because, again, it's just not going to be used like that. But I did want sort of like that Sex in the City. Obviously, I think a lot of us know the J.W. Anderson clutch from the Sex in the City. What was it called again? And Just Like That, right? From, I don't know if it was the first season, but Sarah Jessica Parker's tongue twister was using it. And so I think a lot of us know it from that. But anyway, I couldn't see myself spending that money. So I ended up just with the JW Pay one, much cheaper, and serves the same purpose. And hopefully one day we'll get him out of the house. He doesn't have a name yet, but I have to think about that. Okay, next would be my heart bag. Which I haven't worn. I plan to wear before February is over. I don't get a lot of use out of this bag, although it is functional, but I haven't been gravitating towards, like, crossbodies lately. But yeah, this is from the Game On collection. It was very hard to get back then. Anyway, yeah, so this I think is whimsical, but this is whimsical but usable, you know? So this is not like this. This is actually a very comfortable, functioning bag if you're not carrying much with you, especially because obviously the shape is kind of like odd. And so you sort of have to, like, Tetris your items in there. So if you're willing to put up with that, then it is a functional, comfortable, cute bag. All right, next would be my ankle bag. So this is, again, sort of what I was saying when I was saying that sometimes, like, the whimsical dark humor is what gets me. I love this bag. You guys might have seen the unboxing last year sometime. I had this. I sold it. I repurchased it because it was top of my list of bags that I was always very, very sorry that I sold. I have not used it out yet, but I do plan to at some point. I love the color. This red specifically is the most beautiful red I feel like that Chanel has ever done. It is, I don't know, there's something about it. It's coming off a little more orange, I feel like, on camera, but it's such a cherry, maraschino cherry, shiny, beautiful red. And there's kind of like an underlying, maybe goldish glitter effect. I don't know, but it's beautiful. Anyway, this was the play on Lindsay Lohan's, Karl Lagerfeld designed this based on Lindsay Lohan's ankle monitor back in 2008, I believe this came out. And so, yeah, so again, a little bit of dark humor. I absolutely love it. And I plan to wear it. I know that it was super polarizing when it came out, and actually most people didn't like it. But I think that what happens over time with these funny pieces is they are cultural moments for us. They are these pop culture moments. And because of that, they actually gain popularity as we get further and further away from that moment. And so these, I did get it at a great price on Fashion File, but they are going for quite a lot now. They are, what I see online at this moment is there's not many, but they are going for like around $2,000 now. So I only see, again, these types of like really pop culture moment, items that are tied to those moments, only increasing in price, honestly, as the years go on. Next, we have my Chanel camera bag. Yeah, I love this bag. It's a little mirror in there. It's actually super functional. Again, it's a crossbody, so I don't wear her a lot. I also don't wear a lot of black. I actually wanted this bag originally in the tan or the burgundy. I couldn't get my hands on either one of them. My choices were the white or the black, and I actually got the black instead of the white because I was afraid of color transfer on the back. Because it's a crossbody bag, you're not wearing this any other way. So this will, there's no question that this is going to rub up against your side, your leg, wherever it hits, right? And so I just wanted to avoid that because it is an extremely pricey bag. So I didn't want to have any problems with that. And so I ended up with black. Black is not my favorite color, but it does get some wear. It gets some wear. It's gotten some wear. I have to wear it more though. Last but not least, I actually have one more to show you, but it's a little bit, I'll explain when I show it to you. This is my beautiful guitar bag. I'm losing words. This is my beautiful Chanel guitar bag. I picked this up at a consignment store near me for my birthday. I absolutely love it. I have not worn it yet. I do plan to. It fits literally nothing, but that's okay because I feel like this is not a bag, right? Like I feel like when I wear this, I've been thinking about it. And I think when I wear this, I might actually bring another bag with me. I feel like this is just kind of like outfit jewelry, so I'm not going to think about this as a bag. And I will probably carry something else as well, maybe a little handheld bag or something. I don't know. I have to think about it, but she will get used very, very soon. I love her so much. Super, super cute. And whimsical, right? Last but not least, so I brought this out, but again, I showed this to you guys in a previous video. I was sent this from a bag company. It is not authentic. They offered, I accepted. I told you guys, I wanted to purchase, or excuse me, I wanted to be gifted something. I wanted to choose something that was going to be something that could be kind of like decorative if I felt some kind of way about wearing it out or whatever, which I don't know if I do. I might wear it out. Who the hell knows? But I didn't want it to be a bag that would kind of collect dust, but that it could be kind of like, closet decor. I don't know if I would ever actually get I love the Louis Vuitton animal bags in general. Obviously the duck is on my list. The Frenchie, I love it, but I don't have a Frenchie. I have no ties to Frenchies. So I could understand how, like, obviously the Frenchie owners, I know a few people or actually, I don't know about a few people, but actually I do know a few people that have this overall, but I know shopping with Rachel. I don't know, is that her handle? But it's Rachel. She's on here. She has the most amazing collection. We are very, very similar in our likes, and our likes, and I think our likes overall in terms of what we like from any of these brands. It's definitely whimsical pieces. But I know she has this, but I also believe that she has a Frenchie, so it sort of makes sense. I'm waiting for them to come out with a dachshund. I know that is it Tom Brown, does have that dachshund bag, which maybe, but I would kind of rather wait for Louis Vuitton to come out with a dachshund. Fingers crossed. Or a cat, any cat. I love cats. So we'll see. But anyway, that is my whimsical collection. Now, for the unboxing bagging, I took it out of the box already. It did not come in a box. I got this from Rebag at oh my God, a ridiculously low price. So a little bit of backstory on this. First of all, let me show you a charm that I grabbed today. I have something else coming later this week that I am planning to hang this off of. So I will show you the update when it comes, but I grabbed this from Dillard's actually earlier today. I went in to see if they had something else, which they didn't, and I ended up just with this because this has been in my Dillard's cart forever, and I've actually never been into a Dillard's store, but I went in today, and yeah, they actually have some good stuff. So anyway, let's get to the bag. Okay, this bag, I've had it twice. If you go back to my very, very first videos on here, I was super uncomfortable, but I think I have an unboxing of one of them. So originally I had gotten this in one color from the Scottsdale boutique when it first came out. I was offered two different colors. I chose purple because I had an orange bag. So I was offered orange and purple. It was purple. I am not a lover of purple. I've talked about this as well. I'm slowly liking purple. I'm slowly starting to like it, but it is not a color that I have ever really gravitated towards, especially like this kind of purple, the darker purple that is very reminiscent of like Dimetapp to me and just kind of makes me like think of cough medicine and being sick. So so anyway, but I chose purple because I was like, I don't have a purple bag, and whatever. Bad decision. Anyway, I had an essay at the time in the Paramus location in Jersey, and he had one in stock, a red one. So he switched them out for me. I sent him my purple. He sent me the red. My essay in Scottsdale immediately like stopped talking to me, like literally stopped talking to me. And I got the red. Okay, no problem. So, you know what? I don't care. I am not, first of all, I don't buy from store anymore, really, anyway. I don't have an essay kind of anywhere at this point, not really. So, or CA, whatever we call them now. But like for me, I'm not going to be stuck with something that I don't like. It's hard-earned money, and so sorry, you know? Anyway, red was great. However, I never used it. Okay, so that got sold at some point. I was moving back cross country from Arizona, and I actually sold a lot of things that I didn't think that I was in love with anymore, or, you know, I was kind of letting go of a lot of things for this move because it was extremely expensive, and just because I was like, I'll get it later. So now I am again, you know, rebuilding. Obviously, if you've been here, you know that we're on a journey to rebuild and make the collection even better than it was. Honestly, I never had all the things at one time. So my dream at this point, the goal is to have all these things in one place at one time, so I can just kind of like enjoy looking at them and using them and loving them. So a lot of things weren't all at the same time, but I've had a lot of things over the years, if that makes any sense. Okay, tangent. But anyway, one of the things that I desperately wanted to add back into my collection this year was one of these. Now, I have one actually on layaway with Fashion File at the moment in yellow. And I was kind of like, but it was a great price, and they are sort of creeping up in price. I do think these are going to be more expensive in the future. I think that things dip and then they go up, right? So I think that there was a dip, and you can still find them for a relatively good price. But I do think, again, as we get further away from this cultural moment of like just Virgil being the creative director, obviously he's passed, things didn't go up immediately, but over the years, I do believe that his creations with Louis Vuitton, especially the whimsical, fun ones, will go up in value. So I have one still on hold with Fashion File. I was going to get it out, but at the same time that I was going to get that out, I saw this one, same price that I owed already, and a much better color. So without further ado, it is this guy. So So yeah, so I have the yellow on hold with Fashion File. We'll see if I end up, I think I have like another month on it. Let's see what happens if I decide to go for it or not. I'm not really sure. Let's see how much I use this one in the meantime. But this was actually the color that I wanted from the very start. Um, yeah, this was the color I wanted, this or the blue. I do think that the orange is actually stunning, and I probably should have chosen, honestly, they're all stunning. My least favorite would be the purple for sure. Honestly, they're all very, very beautiful. I can see how this could easily become a collectible item, like, you know, in one's collection to kind of get all 6 colors. I don't know if I'm going to go that far because, again, no thanks on the purple, but would I like to get back the red? Maybe. Would I like to grab the blue? Probably. And will I finish paying for the yellow? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But this was my absolute favorite color. I did tell you that, first of all, I love Louis Vuitton. It is my I would say it's my number one house. Yeah, I would say so. I would say I gravitate mostly towards Louis Vuitton. Again, I like their more whimsical pieces, their collaborations, things like that, more so than anything plain. I don't really have anything just, I don't, right? I don't think so, guys. I don't, I have to think about that, but I don't think I have anything just plain in my collection. Yeah, okay. I have over the years, but I don't think I have now. So yeah. Anyway, I'm like visually scanning through my, or not visually, mentally scanning through my closet. I don't think so. Anyway, Louis Vuitton is definitely was I don't know, Gucci was kind of my first love, but Louis Vuitton was the one that I fell like hardest for. It is the one that I'm constantly on to. It is the one with most crazy designs that I love. Chanel would be probably the closest, with close number 2, but Louis Vuitton is definitely the winner for me. I told you guys my father was an artist, so the paint can, like, I love that. It's kind of, I don't know, it's just a little bit of like background meaning. My son's favorite color is green, so like all of those things, I just felt like this was like a really perfect bag for me. And so yeah, so anyway, let me show you inside. If you haven't seen around this bag yet, let me try to make it fast for you. There's the Louis Vuitton stamp. I don't think you can really see that. Maybe you can. Okay, so that's stamped on the top. The back, so I love that it's, okay, first of all, it's squishy. Obviously, I'm super ADD, right? It has like the exterior paint for wood base only, obviously like the little warning symbols, right? Danger, flammable. I love that the flammable is in the LV sign, and this is like half of the little flower, right? And then color green, love that. The red was cool. I think the red said Rio Red, if I'm not mistaken, and the purple said violet. Oh, something violet. I don't know. It was cool though. I liked that it was different. I think I don't know if the blue is blue or Blue Lagoon. I know yellow is just yellow. Orange might be just orange. I don't know, but I like the names better than just the green. But whatever. Anyway, I think it was ultraviolet. I think that's what the purple was. Anyway, yeah. So then obviously you have, I think this is like a fox or something. You have and that is significant to me as well. Yeah, so Maison Fondé on 1854, so we know that's the year. But yeah, just all the little points and everything is actually, I think, like really cool. I love how this looks like a paint can, right? And then inside, you have the green microfiber suede. There is the longer strap there. Obviously, that's the little tag. And yeah, it does not hold a phone. I'm filming on my phone, so I can't show you guys. I tried to put my DJI, like my little new camera in there. It does not fit. That's okay. But this is going to be like a little tiny card case, a car key, maybe your house keys, maybe your phone if you have a small enough phone. None of that is a deal breaker for me. I don't ever really put my phone in my bag. So yeah, but anyway, that's the bag. I absolutely love it. I think I'm going to use it probably just top handle, maybe not. I'm not a huge fan of the crossbody. I'll actually insert some pictures of me. I tried on the purple when I got it, and the orange. So I'll show you how it looks crossbody. I've lost a significant amount of weight since those pictures were taken. So I do feel like it doesn't lay the same on me this time around. I didn't like it when I tried it on the other day, but maybe I have to adjust it and play with it. But I do think it's super fun as just a really cute top handle bag. So that's my plan. Hopefully you enjoyed, and let me know, like, do you enjoy whimsical bags? What is your favorite out of my obviously growing whimsical bag collection? You know, are there any whimsical bags on your list? How do you feel about, you know, just kind of like odd everyday items, you know, being incorporated into fashion? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to have a conversation in the comments. All right, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you have not already subscribed, we have a lot of fun here, and we have a lot of weird unboxings. So whether that's your thing, or you like to play it safe with the black bags, but you know, you want to get your little splash of color over here, we can do that as well. And yeah, and if you haven't already given this a thumbs up, that would truly help me. And I don't know how to hype up these videos, but if you know how, I would love a hype as well. I know that's important, and I have no idea how to do it. So please, and let me know how you hype, because I have no idea. Anyway, guys, I will leave another video over here in case you haven't already seen it, but you would like to, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.